Let's clap this man up, citizens. Let's clap this man up.
For real.
I remember he came on my show and we discussed pineapple now laters. I knew at that moment.
Mm-hmm. You had a friend in Jesus.
I had a friend for life. Fucking talking about pineapple now laters. And we've been bumping into each other. We've been in communication. We've been tapping in with each other ever since. And this man has been nominated for multiple Grammys. Have been on Grammy-nominated projects. Have been in and around Grammy artists since Kendrick Lamar, Kanye West, Mary J. Blige, Joey Badass, Freddie Gibbs, Chance the Rapper, Vic Mensa. I'm just naming the ones I got off the top of my head that he's worked with. Who else? Chloe Bailey. And one of the people that I respect the most who we've interviewed on this show, and at that point I wanted to retire because I didn't know what else I could do in this game. The one and only Philip Bailey from Earth, Wind, and Fire came up here. He's worked with him too. He, in our opinion, used to be the best hidden secret in the business. Now the secret is out. He's been solid. I want to appeal to the citizens. If you like gritty, soulful, painful, joyful, just high frequency soul and R&B. This is the artist you should know. If you haven't found out about him yet, that's okay, because you're going to find out about him now. I need music enthusiasts, people who really understand music, to call up, to talk to him. We got the one and only BJ, the Chicago Kid. Is back.
BJ. Come on now.
Back.
Hey, man,
Come on now.
I could have heard a lot more of that, man. I could have been quiet and let you just keep going.
I was going to keep going, baby.
Man, I feel that. I ain't had no introduction like that ever in my life. I take that.
Man,
and it's all truth. I take that. Thank you, brother.
It's all true.
All truth, yeah.
I mean, you've been gritty before they caught on.
Thank you, brother. Yes,
you know, and gritty goes through cycles, right? Because gritty ain't always mainstream.
Yeah.
Gritty doesn't always give you the popular crossover hits.
Right. Especially during the time when I first started. It definitely wasn't mainstream. It's getting more stronger now, but man, like this to even see my brother again. That's like I said outside. It reminds me I'm doing something right again when I see my dog. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Me and BJ were at the we were in Napa.
Yeah.
At the Blue Note Jazz Festival.
Oh, with Robert Glasper?
Wasn't that where it was?
Yeah.
With Robert Glasper, and we passed each other on golf carts.
Yeah, and his was going one, mine was going the other way. So imagine trying to have a conversation, and the more time go by, you got to get louder and louder because y'all separate. But I got to see my dog though.
Man. I'm trying to get Robert Glasper invited me to be a part of next year's Blue Note Jazz Festival.
Please,
I'm going on tour for that, HB. I'm gonna be hosting.
You should go. What's your plus ones looking like?
What plus ones?
Me.
I'm
and
going
Tracy
by myself.
and the team.
Nah,
I mean,
talk to BJ. He'll be there.
That's why they put me in between y'all. So I'm the referee.
Somebody got to do that. Come on, BJ.
I don't know why she got to go.
I smell
BJ.
the setup. I get it. I get it.
She didn't invite me last night when she went somewhere. I'm sure.
Nah,
when she went somewhere.
It was
'Cause
different
she don't
where I was
invite
at.
me nowhere.
You sound like rich man problems. You at Napa on a golf course passing your man. That's some rich shit. I was in the hood last night. You wanted to come with me?
Yeah, man.
We was drinking brown. You was gonna come out?
Yeah, man.
No.
Pass the bodega. Pass you in the bodega. In the fucking dollar van.
Exactly. That's where I was at.
Left.
That was
Pulled
funny.
out.
Anyway,
He wasn't
BJ,
gonna come with me, BJ.
BJ, I'm sorry for this, man.
We gonna get these plus
Thank you,
ones.
BJ.
was
Thank
on
you.
such
Me
a
and
high
Tracy will
frequency.
pull up.
Don't let her pull you to the dark side, BJ.
That's what it said. I'm stuck between the middle.
Your whole album is about being gravy.
Yeah, it is gravy. You know, life is gravy.
I love
man.
that title.
Thank you.
Because gravy goes good with everything.
Exactly.
Gravy so personal. Like, you got to get gravy right. I mean, for me, from a cooking standpoint, gravy that's not, it got to come from scratch.
It's important.
It's important. It got to come from that right place, not with that little orange label, little jar where people needed to make their gravy brown, gravy master.
Yeah, I know what you're
not
talking
that
about.
shit.
They're not that? Okay.
From scratch,
Homemade.
bro. Homemade.
But how does that apply to your music? What was your thought process?
I think my lifestyle is gravy. The way I walk, the way I talk, all that, man. The people that birthed me was gravy. The people that birthed them was gravy. So I had no choice. I couldn't dodge being gravy. I think soul music is like, you know, in the hood, you get a nickname when they like you. It might come from a funny place, but it's because they love you. Nicknames come out of love. I think the new name for soul music is gravy. I just think it has such an old school connotation that can be looked at or like not paid attention to because of that. So I feel like if it had a nickname, you might, hey man, that's my little dog Gravy right there. So yeah, gravy is everything. It's our persona, it's our confidence, it's what make us us. It's the choices we make. It's why we make them. it's that energy being right that you was talking about. It's all of that stuff. I feel like it smothers, it covers, it's flavored right. Sometimes it got the onions in it, sometimes it might not, you know. But I think it always complements and it helps, and I think it's that language that I think the world is finally ready to hear.
Gravy. So we gonna call this a whole new genre. Gravy.
Yeah,
get it right. Yeah, the gravy genre.
Well described. You know what, BJ? Over the years, there have been some R&B artists, male R&B artists to be specific, where a lot of us realized this was a persona that they were putting on in terms of their music. And when their personal life, hit Front Street, it was like, oh my gosh, you're the complete opposite of a gentleman. And
I understand though.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I listen to your lyrics, I think it's in the joint with Andra Day, Crazy Love. And you say something about, hell yeah, Billy. And you say something, BJ, about like, even if there was like a $100 bill on the floor, like you would ignore it just to have more time with her. Does it, because of your lyrical content and this gravy groove you got going, does it ever feel like pressure in your dealings with women to be perfect all the time, to match the perception of what a soul singer is, you know, to always be romantic, etc., etc.? Are you allowed to fuck up?
Soul singers, a lot of them,
they're the worst.
they had bad stories
from day one.
Yeah, they had bad
back.
stories. It was drugs and death and sex in between. That's it, right?
Abuse,
but
jail,
the
alcohol.
Definitely handcuffs was involved, and not in a sexy way. But I think it's just I mean, I have the cross in the corner. I still have those two things just like they had.
Yeah.
They grew up in church and they had friends that didn't, just like me. I mean, I don't consider myself any different, but I definitely learn from their mistakes. We have times have evolved. We have evolved. Me as a person, I think to be unauthentic, they would feel and tell me like, nigga, this fake. And we know, because they know the real me. They knew the real me from the gate. I think they felt that from my first music, and I think that was the blessing in it. So I didn't have to put on a persona. Or if I did, you could tell I'm really doing this for this album or for this song or for this video. And that makes it even more understandable how dope I am artistically or creatively or whatever they want to say.
Right.
But to be loved as your authentic self, some people die and never know what that feel like. Just think about it like that. So I'm honored to do it. Honestly, it'd be sunny days and rainy days like any other life or any other occupation. But can you stand the rain?
Well done.
No,
come on. You got it.
Love you,
baby.
You got it. You got it. Don't
you
ain't gonna back him up.
Nah.
See, this why y'all ain't gonna get them plus ones. Y'all got to have his back.
Y'all
You said we was
Y'all
good.
got nowhere. I ain't going
said
nowhere.
Long
we
as he ain't do
was
the
good,
no. Like, that's the one that.
Where's the auto tune?
You hear that shit? Y'all hear that shit?
Nope.
I gave them Luther in there.
The fella's gonna get you right. They gonna come and get you
Thank
right.
you for
man.
getting my back on this. You see what goes on every day. You got a song with Coco Jones. Salute to Coco Jones for all those
man.
Grammy nominations. Coco, we see you.
Congrats, Coco.
Remember we had Coco Jones
Early.
And we had her do this thing. She sang live on like you've done. And a thing went stupid viral, and she's been.
We were in L.A. when she did it. She pulled up in the L.A. studios.
Yeah, she did. She's so incredible. You got the song called "Spend the Night."
Yeah.
And you're basically begging the woman to stay the night on it, and you probably have one of the things you said. You have something you alluded to having the best night of your life.
Yeah, that's the opening song of Gravy, man. That's the opening song.
Yeah. What is that's the best night, right? How would BJ, the Chicago kid, curate the best night of a person's life? Like, what would that include?
A woman's life?
A woman's life.
I would say.
And based it on some of the things you've done in your past.
Oh, wow. That made it heavy. That's a heavy backpack right there.
Someone watching this going to get
I said
triggered.
in his past. I said in his past.
Yeah, I mean, I love to cook.
Oh.
Yeah, I love to cook. I love great movies. I love slow walks on the beach, fast walks to the bank.
Okay.
Yeah. I like to do simple stuff, man.
Yeah.
I still like riding my bike, man. I'm a very chill guy, man. Don't give me the like
you go
telling
bike
all
ride,
my business out here.
You went bike but you gone bike riding and that's the kind of entertainment. So you like mundane things.
I like I like a little bit of it all. I still got an inner child, y'all.
Yes, you gotta be playful.
If I don't feed him, he's gonna turn into a tyrant. So I have to just like if I don't be in the studio, if I don't go to the studio for so long, I have to go. Otherwise, somebody can be like, nigga, you need to go record.
Yeah.
Something comes out. So I think those things are my balance.
Okay.
Music isn't just a job, occupation. It's therapy for me. It's therapeutic, even in things that I'm not maybe writing about, but I'm feeling or going through in real life. Music, I've never came to the studio and not felt better.
Yeah.
Never.
Good.
Even if I'm like in a session of a friends and I'm just like wanting some good energy, I just want to be around some dope creatives, I've still always felt better at the studio. That place is like a church for the creative, for those that be needing that release, that relief. That's one of the outlets for us.
That's where you go to it, man. You got an incredible album. It's called Gravy Citizens. We're going to talk about it, where you recorded it, the significance of that, and some of the energy you tapped into. I have to play this song. Earth, Wind, and Fire is my favorite group of all time. Nobody has a problem with that in the room?
I don't think they should. I'm your security when it comes to that.
Okay, all right. And for so many reasons. There was an artist I worked with where I hired one of the stringer producers from Earth, Wind, and Fire to work on that particular artist's project. And I got to know a bunch of the members of Earth, Wind, and Fire. I didn't get a chance to meet Maurice White. But Philip Bailey, as I said, had been on this show. How did you meet Philip Bailey? What was that experience like working in a studio with that?
I have the audacity to call him Uncle P. I got the authority.
P? I don't call him that.
Yeah, I call him Uncle P. But
man.
Honestly, my dad, of course, was the vehicle to introduce me to everything that Earth, Wind, and Fire has ever done, and just kind of started that path of me finding, even where we have him for the album. But it started with Stop Trying to Be God, Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it started. So that's he and I singing that chorus.
Wow.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm laughing here.
Whoa, that just actually like made my brain explode.
So the other twist
I didn't know that.
The other twist is all right, so you remember when the Eyes and them had the verses, right?
Yeah.
So before that verses and after that verses, they were working in the studio with 1500 or Nothing. And I was doing some work with 1500 or Nothing with that situation they were doing with the Isley Brothers. And the verses happened, and maybe like the first or second session after the verses, he was like, Philip and the fellas gonna come by, So now I'm like, all right, now they about to be in the same room, and I was like, wow, we about to be in the same room finally. So as Mr. Bailey came in, I was like, yo, it's really him.
Philip Bailey.
The inner child started
but I
geeking
mean,
out.
oh man, bro, it was crazy. I met his daughter. She told me her sons were fans of my music. I'm the type of artist where I'm like, FaceTime him right now. Let's mess his head up. I'm that guy. I like to make a moment and have good times.
Yeah.
And he answered. We laughed, and we kind of shared a moment. We took pictures over FaceTime and whatnot. But when Uncle P got in there and he was like warming up the mic and picking out what microphone he wanted, just getting adjusted to the studio for the session, I just hit that button. I was like, Mr. Bailey, do you know that's me singing Stop Trying to Be God with you on Travis Scott? He said, no way. He said, get in here. So when he said get in here, I went in there and we just actually began to just talk in the room. And the same bond that I kind of formed with his daughter and his grandson, I formed with him. Fast forward, us working on Gravy at the time. I don't want to give you too many. I want to.
I do want to. No, I want you to.
Okay, cool.
Tell me everything.
Damn.
And working on the album Gravy, we pretty much went to Memphis to record at Al Green Studio, Royal Studios.
That's right.
Boo Mitchell.
Same studio De La Soul recorded at.
And I'm still beginning to learn other history that took place in that place. But when we went in there, we could tell that there was a responsibility of absorbing the vibes and leaving incredible vibes for somebody else to absorb when you leave. That's that's almost like when you go in the bathroom, clean up after yourself and make sure it's presentable for someone else. It's the same type of mentality, but it's more respectful, more responsible and creatively and artistic and all of that stuff. But we was gone for 7 days, but we were only in that studio for 5. So pretty much 98% of that album was recorded in 5 days. No rewrites, no crazy adjustments.
Really?
Anything. Music changed far as we wanted to, do production, but lyrically, not much has changed at all since that day. So we did 17 songs in 5 days. When I first did Never Change, I thought about my dad, right? So I was like, man, this dude would have loved this record. But what the record sounded like to me was Earth, Wind, and Fire. I didn't try to write it anyway. I didn't overthink writing these songs. I just wrote them. I wasn't trying to overthink. Overthinking takes too much time. I just wanted this to be instinct and know what my instinct was. Kind of test my instinct to see where I am now. What's the real me in real time, real fast, without thinking what I'm gonna get.
Love.
And this.
Yeah. So when I got back, I was just like, I'm gonna call him. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Nah, don't call him. BJ called him. I ended up calling him, so I called him. I was like, yo, I got this song that I would love to sing you. We just did it. And I would just love to see what you guys think. She's like, send a song. I sent the record. She called me back in 5 minutes, which is his daughter. She called me back in 5 minutes. She was like, I'm sending him the song right now. It's like 10 at night, bro. So that said a lot to me for her to be that excited at such a late hour of somebody so respectable that I don't even know what he could be doing in this hour. She sent him the record. He called me that next morning. Was like, well, I love these kind of microphones, and telling me what he like in his studio sessions. I was like, nigga, is this about to happen?
My gosh, he started giving you mics?
Not mics, but his
what does he sing on, bro?
I can't tell you.
But
he pretty much started telling us that the song was going to happen. And Maisha is one of the first people I called. I was like, nigga, it's going down. We gonna get to it. And honestly, y'all, I will tell you this. That man came to the studio like he known me for 10 years. He was there on time, fast, handled his business. It didn't take him time to reply. I mean, it's some rappers that I'm still waiting for verses back, and the album is out yet. The album been out for 5 years. I'm still waiting on the verse.
Oh, now, my God.
Uncle P came and showed up, showed out. I've never heard myself sing with somebody such... Our tones blend so well. It's just so many, man. Y'all, we got 2 days to be here because I could talk about this for a long time.
Did you hear? We ain't stopping you,
man. Listen, so Uncle P came, and honestly, after we did the record, and I sent him a version of it just for him to ride to, and kind of, he sent me a video, dude, and it kind of made me shed tears for real, because my dad was the one that showed me like this the road, all that stuff I was showing you. This is the road. Musically, soul music, those stories, Sam, the way Sam Cooke passed and all that, but the music is like all of that. This is where they came from, and I really realized like I had some of the same roots. Excuse me, I don't have to make some of the same decisions that they've made, but musically, where I sing from, why I sing that way, we share very much the same. From Sam Cooke to Al Green to Ronald Isley to, I asked Ronald Isley, I said, is there a song or anything that you heard back in the day that you wish was yours? He said, anything Sam Cooke.
You just turned into him.
He said, anything Sam Cooke.
And
when I sat back and thought about it, I said, the la-da-da-da-da, that's Sam Cooke, nigga.
Yeah.
Our heroes have heroes. And like, that was one of the first times that I felt like I did the best at maximizing the time that I had with my elders, and I wanted to ask those questions. When my father passed away, I swear to God, one of the first things I did was like, man, there's so many questions I didn't have answers to about myself, about life, about him and mom. Just as a man, me getting older, finding more about myself, I didn't have a chance or just to think about those questions. And I made a vow to myself when I'm around people that I really admire, I really want to ask the best questions that I could ask. And that was the best one I could ask him. I said, was there anything back then that, or just now, period, that you would have been like, nah, I wish that was mine? He said, anything, Sam Cooke.
Did you ask Philip Bailey that question?
Nah, because that was a previous day. I was too busy trying to let him know that was me, and then we got to talking and it went away. But nah, I got that phone number, so I could definitely ask more questions.
Let's play that song, Never Change, and I want to hear that Travis Scott song after that. There it is. Yeah. Hey, man. That was Travis Scott, but you and Philip Bailey partner collaborate on that, on those harmonies. But that song we played early, right before it, Never Changed, with Philip Bailey.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you, man, you got a chance to introduce Philip Bailey. And that means you'll get a chance to perform with Philip Bailey.
Yes.
That's what the hope and prayer is too, but if not, I'm already still on such a high, even just the more I realize what really took place and is taking place. I think it's just such a beautiful thing. But hell yeah, I'd love to. More than once if I can.
Yeah.
But they in Vegas handling business, so we're gonna try to figure it out.
We're gonna figure that out, man. When you go see them perform in Vegas, can you take me with you?
Oh, now you
I don't know if I got
now you want to be the plus one. Tables turn.
Hey, man. Don't. Okay, thank you, dog. I know what it is. You want to get on Heather's bad side. You see how mean? If she's mean to me, imagine what she's like.
Heather's still gonna give me a meal together. She said, so I'm still gonna hold that shit up.
I ain't forgot that though, dog.
He ain't
Dang.
I ain't let her know I was
tomorrow.
I don't know why I thought he was coming tomorrow.
You thought he was coming tomorrow?
Yeah, I didn't know he was coming today.
What would you bring for me? Like if you knew I was coming, you had the proper time to prepare something real slick for a player.
I always ask people ahead of time what they like.
What if I said surprise me? What you think I would like?
Wow. Well, read them.
Like,
profile him. Yeah. What do he look like? He from Chicago, he like meat.
Right. And gravy's got to be involved.
Pause. Hey, Cam Mace, don't get him. Cam Mace, don't get him. Don't stall him out. Stall him out. Stall him out. Hey, don't let me out.
Okay, hold on. Let me throw a word that confuses him. He's a carnivore.
Yeah.
No, so I've been told I make a really nice smothered bone-in turkey chop.
I'm into that.
Yes, and then I would I'm big into my vegetables, so I would do like a nice steamed veg, and I really I'm a sweet potato girl over mashed potato, so that's what I would do.
My mama is super southern, so I'm into all that. My mama made hot water. I knew what hot water cornbread was when I was little. I knew it was a difference between regular cornbread and hot water cornbread. Don't mean I wanted hot water cornbread. Hot water cornbread wasn't sweet enough.
Yeah.
But
about to have the grits conversation again.
We had a whole show about this.
I mean, and it's all preference. It don't make nobody wrong. I just think everybody feel like their way is the way. That's what it really is.
Well, how does she cook
and
her hot water?
Instagram and Twitter is full of that. Everybody thinking their way is the way.
Yeah. How did your mom cook her hot water cornbread? You remember?
No, I don't.
You remember a skillet though?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
My mama made hot water cornbread, and it looked like pancakes with grit in it. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Texture.
Yes. My mom even made regular cornbread like that when she had to go to church fast, and we want some cornbread. She'll make regular cornbread that looks like pancakes sometimes, but it's man, smacks tough.
She had a Kool-Aid game too.
What? We handled that though. The kids handled that.
Right.
Kids handled that. If she gonna do that, we'll go ahead and whip up the Kool-Aid. But yeah, man, those was the days. But that's how I learned to cook. That was the way I learned to love to cook. She got to run to the store and I got to make sure that macaroni don't burn.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's how you learn.
The responsibility.
Yeah,
you got one of the most important parts of the meal on your back, bruh.
Yeah, the macaroni.
At the age of 11. Yeah.
Wow.
Watch that oven, Playboy. Watch that oven, Playboy.
And don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
I couldn't stump when she was baking, otherwise something to fall and it'll be a problem. It's just like certain things. The way we grew up, I had to learn about food a little bit more than other people.
Yeah.
But I kind of fell in love with it, and man, from my grandma showing her and her showing us, and both of my brothers cook, my cousins cook, my male cousins know how to bake the yeast rolls from scratch and all. Like, so my family is really, really into the food stuff.
Yeah. Did y'all do the nasty chitlins too?
I never ate chitlins, but my middle brother ate chitlins. I ain't gonna tell y'all his name, but if y'all know how to find who my middle brother is, y'all know who eat chitlins. But if you do your homework, then you little scavenger hunt, you know who it is. Yeah, my brother Scooter crazy. He crazy eat chitlins.
Slave food.
You know what I'm wondering, DJ?
He's the only one.
I've always thought to myself, because as a singer, love is a primary muse for you, right? If you have a song that's written about an ex and that becomes a hit and you're singing it over and over again, does it make you think about your ex?
Not really. Writing a song maybe, but once you get to singing a song, it's the conviction, it's the place you at. Every venue is different. And soul music, honestly, the songs ain't really played the same every time. It's not sang the same every time. It's some little nuances different every time. So no, but I think the cool part is, if it is, at least I get the money for it, the heartague, whatever the case may be.
Get paid for the pain.
Make it count.
Right.
If this is gonna count, make it count.
Different type of alchemy.
I mean, that's a good question, but it's kind of cool.
Do you feel like you fall in love faster than the average person?
I don't think I fall in love, but I like what I like.
Yeah.
And I know what I like it when I see it. I might not even know I like that, but I'm like, I like that. She all right.
Okay. You could go by vision. You could go by sight alone.
No.
Oh, okay.
Because at some point there has to be a vibe. And there's no vibe. I mean, it's almost like glass is clear and glass is beautiful, but you can't do shit with it.
Word.
Right?
Yeah.
that's kind of what that is. You can't just have an empty shell. You can't just have something that has nothing in it.
What you
this
say?
This gravy been brewing this whole time. It's finally ready. So how I'm gonna take all this time brewing my gravy and there's no gravy near around, and it's not. It's gonna crash at some point. If we just there because of a shape of a woman or how she wear this. That's too hollow. I need some foundation.
You need something with some hot water cornbread type grit.
You smell me?
I already know, man.
At least, or somebody that's willing to learn.
Yeah.
I mean, this definitely is a different generation.
Yeah.
So I don't fall in love like fast. I think I like fast though. I like that, but I don't fall in love fast.
All right, HP, you look like you want to chime in on something.
No, because you said something earlier. You shared your experience with Philip Bailey, and it's so funny because I was just telling Sway and Tracy and the citizens here about Gladys Knight. I went to go see her Sunday night, and I was telling them I found out she was 79 years old. BJ, she walked out on stage on time. She sang every song, hit every note, engaged with the audience, gave us some jewels, and shared her life and her experience. And I walked away saying to my friends, like, what is it about these legends and these icons where they've been in it for so long, but they still got more to give us? They take it so their gratitude. It's just the gratitude for it all. Like, what else everybody's doing that they can't show up on time? Like, and somebody 79 she's Gladys freaking Knight. Yeah. And when you said that about Mr. Philip Bailey, she immediately came to my mind. And it's like, you can't help but be inspired when you get around that. And did you have that same sense of, even though he's Philip freaking Bailey, he still has so much more?
Yeah, I was incredibly happy that I even got to witness it and see it firsthand. You got to hear certain stories.
Yes.
He said the songs that we loved, there's probably 70 versions of those songs.
Oh,
wow.
And they didn't record them to any metronomes.
So
they
that
might
was
have loved the second verse from the 36th take of the song. They might have liked the first verse from the 8th take of the song, and the whole rest of the song was probably from the demo. Like, they were really like in there, and they had key changes, song 6-7 minutes. They were in there. So like, to hear these stories,
yes,
it doubles down on the genius. It doubles down on the coldness, like how ill they are. It just doubles down.
The process.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So there are versions out there sitting on reels, tape machines with they did before Pro Tools, ladies and gentlemen.
2-inch Ampex reels.
And they somewhere just.
And that's what I mean. Like, I was telling them, she came out and sang "Take Me to the King," the Tamala Man song, and I'm looking like Gladys Knight could have easily sang this song. She sang "Stan." Donnie McClurkin. It's like, you asked Mr. Isley what songs would he. It's like, they're still in tune. They know what's going on.
Beautiful.
And they sharing it with us. It's just, I'm so glad you got that experience.
Yeah, man. This album is called Gravy. BJ the Chicago Kid. You work with so many people. Yeti Beats.
Yeah.
Come on, give Yeti Beats a round of applause.
Yes,
come on.
So I would tell you this. The idea to go to Memphis and record it at that particular studio was Yeti Beats. Yeti Beats called The Indications as well. That, for those that don't know who The Indications are an incredible soulful band and group. They're artists as well, but them and Charlie Burrell were the two entities that pretty much musically made this possible. Yeti Beats is like responsible for Doja Cat and the likes of some of the songs that we pretty much know her as, but when it comes to soul music, and that happened. A lot of that stuff happened in the means of making Gravy as well. So Yeti was
getting busy.
Yeah.
Where's Yeti from?
From California.
From Cali?
Yeah.
Yeti Beats, bro.
Yeah.
Any affiliation with Oakland?
You know any specifically where Yeti's from?
No. You want me to call him? I call him.
Call Yeti Beats. Let's find out.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see if he answers. And I'm gonna call him just because I'm doing it the Sway way.
Come on, man. I mean, I don't think he ain't from Oakland. He's from the West Coast, but.
Ain't no way you would have asked if you ain't know.
Why you call? What was that other? I'm sorry.
Ain't no way you would have asked that question.
He's
and then
not
you're
from
gonna have
Oakland.
him call too.
Zaytoven's from the Bay, But and people think he from the ATL. I don't know what city Eddie Beats is from.
He in LA. He on LA town. Let's see if he
Let's see if he up. It's 9:30. What is it?
8:30. 8:30.
Good luck.
Might have had a late night session.
All right.
At least he didn't send you straight to voicemail.
Well, while he's not answering your phone, BJ, after y'all did a whole album together.
Hey, right. I'm happy this wasn't the game. Which friend will loan you $5 if you was like dead, bro?
I know, right? That wasn't
I would have been like, just met I lost.
But he had great vision. Reached the world.
Yeah, reached the world. We pretty much wanted to bring our two worlds together, introduce my fans to him, introduce his fans. And a lot of his musical expertise that I probably didn't know. I wanted to look beyond the veil and learn from the popular side of music as well. So I think the balance and the reception of the people, I think, allowed me to really understand that we both are getting what we came for and putting in the pot what the people needs at the same time.
And here's Jay on the line from Richmond.
J-A-Y. What up, Jay?
What up, Jay?
What up? What are your thoughts, Jay? We got BJ up in here.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, yo, bro got some good soulful music. It's bringing back that feeling, that element that's been missing for so long in the music game. And I just wanted to, give my shout-outs and salute to him. And shout-out to y'all, too, as well.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Good looks, Jay.
Yeah, but get the album is out now, bro.
Gravy.
Check it out, Gravy. It's a great, especially for the holiday season.
Yes.
Because before BJ came on, I said, yo, your frequency is on a high level. I feel good. Even if you're singing about pain, I feel good. That's what Al Green and them possessed. They sang about a lot of pain, but they did it in a way where you just felt good about it. Because, hey, man, I'm releasing this. I can relate to it. You got somebody I consider our equivalent, and I'm going to go out on a limb to say this, and I know a lot of people. You got Robert Glasper, who I give him Quincy Jones like props. Secret Garden Quincy Jones. You feel me?
Right.
Because what Quincy did with Secret Garden and brought all the musicians, the writers, the different vocal performers together is what Robert Glasper has been doing this for years, right? And I think he had a vision that for us to continue on this path of performing and not become passe, we need each other. Yeah. Because the kind of music he makes doesn't get the kind of radio play or whatever, or, the type of exposure that can ensure a concert tour.
An acquired taste.
An acquired taste, right? And so even when we were at the Blue Note Jazz Festival and when he does these months here, Rob-tober months and all of these, he brings in a lot of collaborative artists, right? And makes these sounds. You guys collaborate on a song, Smoke Break. Did he produce it or he just came on to it?
He came on to it. Smoke Break was a very random thing that even happened in the studio. They were resetting the mics, making sure technical stuff was together. My homie Steve got on drums. They probably wasn't supposed to be playing drums that day, and he did the shuffle. And I was like, "Yo!" And the mic that I was talking into, I could talk to everybody, or I could talk to one person. Yeah. So I was like, "Chuck, what you got? You got something for this?" And I was like, "All right, Chuck, we could use this if you use your microphone and call out what keys to go to, and go from there." And they got the tempo. So it was very random, a very sporadic thing. Called Rob, and he helped us complete it, and just easy. But I'm starting to not be afraid to call my super friends. Yeah, I used to just be in my own little bubble, in my own little world, call who was close to me, who I saw last week. Sometimes, the easy way. Yeah.
The unchallenged way.
The easy way. Yeah. But it felt good to get that call back from Mr. Philip Bailey and from, I work with Rob 1,000 times live, studio a lot of times for him, but for me to call and get it back again, I'm still waiting for some rap verses from Pineapple Now Laters. So, even Andra Day, an incredible, beautiful soul. Her gift. We did this celebration for Marvin Gaye in D.C. What was that, 5 years ago, 6 years ago? I stayed up all night to learn these two Marvin Gaye songs they had me sing. Because when you in your car, you don't know the song, nigga.
You think you do.
You think you do.
Not in the shower either.
Nah. Nobody's challenging the words that you might be mistaken, right?
So people in the car sing along, they're not even singing.
And you don't know it until you're looking at this paper and you're reading it word for word as he's singing. And I stayed up all night, and I just couldn't let that moment not be what it was supposed to be. The respect I had for Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
The admiration of always wanting to work with her because I always thought she was just so dope. And some people really do put you on those stages with people that you want to work with sometimes. It don't always be like, oh, let me go ahead and knock this out for them. And when I do my part, I'm going to leave. It ain't always that. Sometimes you really get set up in a dope moment. And in Soundcheck, we did the first song and me and her looked at each other like, tonight's about to be so fun.
About to be crazy, right?
Yeah, and it wasn't any weird energy. It was just pure magic from like art and seeing the respect in real time. And like having a call and response in such a dope way with somebody that's giving you dope stuff to sing back to. It was just so dope. We knew we would work together again, not knowing when. And Yeti was like, yo, you know Andra? I was like, do I?
Yeah.
Do I?
love her, man.
He was like, what you think about being on the spot? I was like, where's she at?
Right.
The next day, she showed up to the studio.
The next
boom.
day.
And that was the very first song we recorded for Gravy.
Really?
Crazy Love was the very,
Wow.
very first song. And that was done in L.A. That was before we even went to Memphis. So Crazy Love was done. We talked about it more. All right, we going to figure Memphis out, blah, blah, blah. Quarantine happened and we was in Memphis. But Andra Day was the first person that no money down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No money down.
Wow.
I love these. Hey, man, you got great stories. This is because this is a
Thank
great
you.
project, man. It's called Gravy. Love you, man. And
Love you too, brother.
DJ the Chicago Kid. We've been doing this for years, man.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, no, hey, man, listen. You've been solid all the way through.
Thank you.
You've been a solid individual all the way through. You ever need anything, brother, you ever feel away, I'm here for you.
Man, I appreciate you. Same here, too,
Okay,
man.
cool, because I want to make sure I'm on your guest list when
Come on, Sway.
I'm gonna make
See
sure I
what
get
we
an extra
did
three.
with-
I'm gonna get an extra 3. As long as we got some Tupperware though.
Yeah,
We
well,
gonna need
now,
some
how
Tupperware.
long are you here for?
I leave. I'll tell you after we get off.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Hey, we gonna
Times
end
is
with
crazy these days.
Okay.
we gonna end with Smoke Break because I want to
into
give
that.
Robert Glasper his props.
Come on,
we
man.
love
What can you
Rob.
say about Rob in his position in this game today?
Honestly, bro, Rob, I've always admired Rob's work, but when Rob reached out to me, honestly, it was right after quarantine, live. I wasn't doing a bunch of stuff live, music-wise, and personally, I was going through a whole lot.
Yeah.
And the style of Robert's music allowed me to really use that stage and his fans as another form of therapy. Man, Rob don't really understand, like, but I love Rob. I love the hell out of Rob as a brother, as a creator. That's my nigga, man. I don't know
There
what
you
else to
go,
say.
man.
That's why-
Here it is, Smoke Break, man. Thank you, BJ the
Yeah.
Chicago Kid.
Yeah.
Get the new album, Gravy.